Alrighty, you guys, so we are back with another interview today. So I'm here with Coach Biddle once again, and I'm also here and joined by, for the first time this year, Coach Merryman. He is the new JV coach for these Hounds. How's it feel to come to Grove City?
It's exciting, man. My wife and I live here in Grove City, and it's amazing to be able to start getting involved in the community. Coach Saxon talks about it a lot, like getting those roots down deep here in GC, and it's been absolutely amazing to start to do that myself. So,
Absolutely. So you've had a couple years of experience already. Of course, you were at Hamilton Township
Yep.
before you came to Grove City. So kind of describe what Hamilton Township was like, and then also why did you decide you wanted to come to Grove City?
Hamilton Township was nothing but positive, amazing memories for me. I had the greatest kids come through. I absolutely loved my time there. Still teach there. I absolutely love that place. This year, we are expecting our first little one here soon. So Coach Biddle's on call on the bench at any given moment. This year I took the year off, and it just worked out where Coach Saxon was looking for some help, and I took him up on that, and that's kind of the reason why I'm over here now. But that's kind of where I'm at, and that's kind of how I ended up here. And I'm gonna definitely miss some of those guys, but super excited to kind of get started here.
Absolutely. And first of all, I do want to say congratulations
Thank
for
you.
the new one.
Appreciate it.
Kind of talk to me. I know you guys are JV coaches. I wish I had Saxon in here today, but talk to me about the tryouts. Kind of tell me how they all went and what you are looking forward to this year.
Well, the tryouts went well. We had a ton of kids. This is probably the most that we had at tryouts in quite a bit of time. I think we ended up not being able to keep like 20 kids, which is a lot, once you get to that higher end high school level. There was some tough decisions to make, but we really like our roster. There's a lot of kids that are returning, that were, sophomores now, that were on Coach Dreski's team as freshmen last year. But then we also have some new faces to the program, and we're really trying to get them up to speed, as to what we do as a program. So we got some growing pains there, but we'll get them up to speed. So
On a positive note, it's been refreshing to see how athletic we really are, and that's something Coach and I talk about all the time. Like, how are we going to use that this year to maybe our advantage? And you probably are going to recognize some of the kids coming from the football field right into the gym, even getting some varsity time on the football field. A few of them. So it'll be super cool to see them, kind of get some court time for sure.
Absolutely. So kind of go into what is your overall goals for the year, and kind of tell me, I know there's some goals you guys like to keep to the team, but also tell me if there's any goals you'd like to reveal, like certain goals that you want to reveal. Just kind of, is there any?
I think as a varsity crew, obviously they're trying to compete for the league title, district title. At the JV level, I think competing for that league title is always something that they should be shooting for. But a lot of those varsity goals, they kind of go hand in hand with the JV players. If that's the varsity's goal, that needs to also be what the JV is helping them obtain by working so hard in practice to get those guys better. Because at the end of the day, the goal should be to not play for Coach Biddle and I. It should be to play for the varsity and help that varsity team win those games. And in return, if we do all those things, we can win games.
Yeah, so. And that's what we told the guys yesterday, at the end of practice. It's, if we're going hard against the varsity, they're going to push us, and going hard against the varsity players, our varsity players should be better than any JV players that we play. And if we can hold our own against our varsity in practice and get better at that each and every day, that's really a big goal of ours. It's only going to make us better and help us win games. So.
Absolutely. You got a scrimmage coming up. A week from today, you guys travel up to Olentangy High School. You got a 3-team scrimmage, one with Olentangy and another with Beechcroft. Kind of tell me, what is your guys' overall, like, how's the practices been going, and what is the goal before that game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we want to see these guys compete for sure. That'll be a good scrimmage for us because it's going to be probably 2 totally different styles. Play a little maybe up-tempo, press break, kind of dealing with a little bit of trapping and maybe doubling with a Beechcroft squad, and maybe more of like a typical league game for us, you know, with Olentangy. So that'd be a really good scrimmage for us. We're going to be playing a lot of, you know, maybe younger kids, some that maybe aren't used to high school basketball. So I'm excited to see how they respond to kind of, you know, seeing some older kids for the first time.
Yeah.
Sure.
And to be in that structured environment with refs and all of that comes with it. And really, from our practices, they've been going well. We do have some folks that are, you know, a little bit deer in headlights at this point. It's a lot. We're throwing a lot at them. So we're hoping before the scrimmage that they can retain a couple things, you know, a couple offensive sets. They can understand our defensive philosophy, a couple out of bounds plays that we, you know, can work towards for that scrimmage, and that we can run well enough to compete in that scrimmage, and then we just build on it from there, you know, up to our first game. So.
And you guys mentioned guys are deer in the headlights. I'll try and move my way a little quicker. I know someone wants to get in here. So kind of tell me what those guys are, I know it's like that every year.
Yeah.
With every single team.
Yeah.
And just kind of tell me what that feeling is kind of like, because I'm sure these fans kind of don't understand as well.
Well, it's even for the returning players that played last year on on Coach Jareski's squad, you know, they're coming up from a total different way we practice. And oh, all right, we're back.
We are back. Sorry for that interruption. A coach had to get in here and get something. So kind of continue on what you guys were saying earlier.
Yeah, even the guys that came from Coach Jareski's team last year, you know, he practices a certain way. He does a great job teaching the kids. But coming up and now practicing with the varsity, every kid on our roster is trying to learn how to practice at that intensity level, how to do all the drills that we do. How to do all the different sets that we do. So it's just a lot to learn for those guys, and so they're all at different levels right now of where they're at learning wise, but they'll get there.
And the speed's a bit of adjustment for some of them too. You know,
Yeah.
coming from a couple of our guys maybe coming from 8th grade basketball to 9th grade basketball and skipping that level going all the way to JV. Some of our JV guys have only played 9th grade basketball and they're not playing JV, so kind of adjusting to the tempo of the game is going to be that deer in the headlights moment for sure for them.
And then before I wrap it up, I kind of want to talk about the status of all 3 teams at this moment. So I want to start, of course, with the freshmen. Kind of tell me how's Coach Jareski's overall team doing, and what are they looking forward to?
Well, they're so right now with the biggest thing that we have going on with our program is, you know, the rec center's still being worked on, so there's renovations still being taken place out there. So our freshmen are coming in and they're practicing late at night, you know, 8 to 10. So they're trying to get as much in as they can without, you know, running into their sleep schedule. So they have that kind of challenge that they're dealing with, but we've watched some of their practices. They have a really good-looking squad that they're going to, you know, freshman squad that they have out there. And then, you know, we've kind of talked about our JVs. The varsity level, you know, Coach Saxon mentioned when you walked in, we have some injury issues right now. We lost Sam Kinney. He tore his ACL, and he's actually having surgery today. And then, Craig Gilbert's, a little banged up with concussion from football, but it's kind of, next man up mentality. So, we'll be real excited to see how our kids respond next Friday in that scrimmage. So.
And then what is kind of, I know we're not doctors in here, but kind of tell me, is there an overall updated status for Craig Gilbert for Olentangy on Friday at the moment?
I don't know if there is. I would think that he had a follow-up appointment till today, maybe.
Yeah.
And I think we're still kind of waiting to hear from him.
Yeah.
Okay. And overall, well, this team has been doing it well on the court lately.
Mm-hmm.
I will be at Olentangy on the 11th. And coaches, thank you guys very much for allowing me to interview you guys today. It was a great interview as always. And I hope to be back in here soon, recapping some of these scrimmages. So, once again,
awesome.
Coach Biddle, Coach Merryman, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Coach, go Hounds.
All right.
Thanks, man.